Hey guys, Tom from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to Daredevil Born Again, Season 2, Episode 1, titled The Northern Star. Daredevil is in hiding, but he isn't laying low. A shadowy player from Washington, D.C. emerges. So, I have seen... Did I watch the trailer for this? I don't actually know if I watched the trailer for this. I do know I think I may have just watched the trailer breakdown, and heard a couple of things being talked about. So I know that shadowy figure is probably Matthew Lillard's character. Um, but as for other than that, I don't really know. Daredevil's already in his new suit from the thumbnail, so there's that. I think that might be the same black suit that we saw him wearing in Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, except that was a different universe as Matt Murdock, but probably around the same time. So, see, it does look very Shadowlands, and we did actually see the black helmet in the last season in his little on the roof where he had all of them laid out. So, I wonder if we're going to see multiple suits this season, not just the black one and the classic red one. If we see the gold or any of the others. Um, don't really know what to expect from this. It is, from the looks of it, going to be mirroring real life things. I'm not going to comment on any of that like I did in the first season. Because the first season, I was complaining about people outside of the show comparing it to what was happening when that was being produced long before everything, whereas this was produced during everything. So, yeah, I'm just gonna bite my tongue and let's get the reaction started in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, why did it not start? Why are you play? Why am I getting ads? I really didn't like what they did with Heather's character. Also, I've heard rumors that Frank might not be in this season. Because last we saw, he broke out of Fisk's containment cells, and we see that he's going to be in Spider-Man. So this happens in between. Oh, yeah, I wonder how much of a figure he's going to play in this, considering he got locked up for being swordsman. I was expecting that to cut to someone who was saying the opposite, but just an abrupt cut to a completely different scene. Okay. Hmm. Oh, he was on the other side of the bridge. I was wondering where he was going to be. Behind you. Or above you. What are they importing? Because remember they said that Red Hook was a free port, so... Hmm. Speaking Greek, eh? Ow. I just stopped the boat. Do you not want the devil to know where you're heading? Oh, a very shittily made door. I understand it was meant to be a fake wall, but still shittily made. And again, American walls are a lot thinner than most other places in the world, so... A bunch of weapons. Water. Oh, it's sort of correct. Why did he stick the watch in the Is it so that he can find the box in the water? I don't know why I was expecting a different intro. And I mean, it is possible there is still changes, but I figured since we got over the whole cracked horn and everything. You know, I really should watch the other shows. Like, I've seen the first season of the other ones. I didn't mind them. I don't know why I never watched season 2 onward. Like, I should have probably watched Punisher season 2 before watching this, at the very least. Yeah, maybe if I run out of content. Josie is still all boarded up. Well, I was sort of thinking that was Matt training and it was just cutting between two scenes. Hmm. That's a big blow. So he's trying to cover all aspects of it so that no one outside of his inner circle can find what was in there, I guess. As if we needed that reveal, the voice was enough. Why is the talking so quiet? Well, that's a waste of your drink. I mean, if it had have been an actual terror attack, people would have noted like explosions or anything. The like any investigation will see that was sabotaged internally, but there won't be any investigation, so that doesn't really matter. I already name dropped her. Okay, that is the second time they focused on the mannequins. What other vigilantes are they gonna get in on this? Hmm. Washington. You're about to be intimidated. I wanna think Matthew Lillard is on the good side, but also most of what I've seen him in is not. So I don't know what angle they're going to take him in this. That sounds like the opposite of what you were saying. Hmm. Ah, that's why they showed all the heads. It's for your testicles. Nothing he's really done is hostile. Nothing you've written is true. Hmm. Hmm. How exactly is the Murdoch part of Murdoch and McDuffie gonna work? Okay, so Hochberg. I know the face. Have we seen this character? I can't remember. Oh, he was in the Hector Ayala case. Fuck that. Okay, fuck you, that's close enough. You don't really act like it. I That's fair. I thought it was a look of recognition, but no. I think the Greek captain and first mate went to a Greek restaurant. Or are you targeting the Greek restaurant because? Yeah, I saw that coming. You're getting shot as you run. Hmm, no, bludgeoned. I like this. Got some showmanship. I don't. I wasn't alive for what that's apparently referencing. At least I don't think I was alive. If I was, I was a baby. I don't even remember his name. They said it so many times. Does she have a hand in the counter um broadcasts? Because what better way to take suspicion off of yourself than to slander yourself? He's dead now. No, it was out in the back alley. No, he knows he enjoys it. Never go with the head. It makes them fuzzy. I forget the actual quote, but that's immediately what it made me think of. No, he's not. In a box. Well, you don't even have the balls to do it face to face. Maybe it was because none of it was his fault that he didn't want to do it face to face. Maybe there's some twisted sense of morality. Haven't really been able to get a read on Buck because he's only ever done what Fisk and Vanessa wanted, so. Okay, so he's tied to that side of the. If need be. Hmm. Third hand in the pot. So given that he's into that part of the business, it explains why he dunked the phone in the drink. Wasn't expecting direct between Karen and BB. Why did I say Carol? Does she also have contacts in to go with the wig? I can't say I've ever actually looked at her eyes too much. Well, yeah. What happened to being back by 4? You would think that. Do you think maybe you see him every time you do fucked up shit? Because that seems to be the pattern so far. Sorry, I just clocked. Was she drinking straight vodka over ice? You left a little bit of a mark there. What was with that camera? Like, what? Hmm? Hmm. Every time it cuts to a new person, I think something's gonna happen. Why does he look like a less less buff Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke? Because the white beard and the eye patch. Surprised they didn't just take the shot from the doorway. Uh, oh no, that's an issue. They got his mask off. Well, don't have to worry about that. Now, who do we know who would do that? Yeah, okay, immediately not who I thought would do that. So I thought that was gonna be Frank, and like we don't actually see Bernthal in the show, but there's like we feel his presence throughout it all. But then it cut to the eyes, and I'm like, ah, it's Bullseye. And then the knife came through and had his marking and everything. Okay, why would Poindexter save Matt, save his identity and everything? Also, I do hope that he's able to get Cherry medical help. Does he still have Claire's number? Whatever happened to Claire? Like I said, I haven't seen the other show, so I don't know um whether she's still active or what. They referenced a mysterious partner that's a female and goes by the name of Jess. Surprised we got that in the first episode. Um, would have thought that would come in a little bit later, but we did know that she was going to be a part of it. Um, yeah. Was not really expecting Matthew Lillard to be on on that side of Fisk's government battle, because the description of the character was that he would be at oppositions with Fisk, a governmental entity that's at oppositions. Really, it just seems like he thinks Fisk is incompetent and is trying to run his own business through Fisk, almost using Fisk as a patsy for what he wants and what his higher ups want, so that if things go down, it's Fisk that takes the fall. That's my immediate read off of it. Um, hmm. Was not expecting BB to be in contact with Karen in that. I thought she was going to be her own separate thing like she pretty much was in season 1. Don't know who's making the altered broadcast. I still think there's potential that BB has something to do with it because of the whole to take suspicion off yourself, you throw yourself under the bus. Um, yeah. Spoke about most of the events of this episode as they were happening. Don't think there was anything I really wanted to touch on. Um, yeah. Just quickly scrolling through everything. Why was the audio so quiet? Sort of want to know who's the one who left the information for Karen. Like whether he comes up. What the hell happened to Heather's integrity? Like, I can understand the whole, hey, this masked creep came after me, tried to kill me, and, um, something, somehow I'm tied with Daredevil and everything, and wanting to not have anything to do with vigilantes and thinking that the vigilantes bring in the villains. Because that was always a thing with the Avengers of, like, wasn't that what the argument from Vision, I think it was? When he had Wonder under house arrest or something, where he's like, uh, vi- villain attacks have increased almost in response to the Avengers' presence, so, like, is our presence doing good or is it inviting challenge? Like, I could see them having taken Heather in that angle, but to completely throw in with fists, to be falsifying documents, completely okay with just unlawful detainment and threatening to have someone beaten and not caring if they die. Like, I don't know. Just really disappointed in the character. And yet, the problem is that is something that could happen. Like, realistically, a person could go down that route. And that is also something that annoys me. Is that I can't be annoyed at the character because of bad writing, because it's a realistic thing. I just don't like it. The ending of that episode was really surprising. One, I wasn't expecting Cherry to have a heart attack. Two, I wasn't expecting Matt to have his mask taken off. Three, I definitely was not expecting Bullseye to get rid of the issue. Like, okay. Um, but now, if they do manage to save Cherry, he can't be seen by the public anymore because there's a whole bunch of dead task force members in his apartment. Um, and if they don't save him, well, there's a character that's good, a decent person, that's no longer around. And yeah, I don't know. Anyway, decent first episode. Not the greatest, but it does set up some questions that will hopefully be answered in future episodes. I do like the fact that they only put one episode out on the first week. I've never really liked a double episode drop. Like, I know most of their shows, the first two episodes are meant to be watched back to back because it's basically one big story. But it means that I'm always a week behind. And yeah. But a lot of pieces at play already. And I don't know what to think about a few of them. So, I'm just going to wait for future episodes. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.